Hi, hello, and welcome everyone. Welcome back to the reaction of Doctor Who. Today, we are going to watch episode number 7 of series number 6. And in addition to that, we are going to watch a minisode before we get into this episode. And before we get into any reaction stuff, first, I just want to tell you real quick that this week, because I am super tired right now, I am so tired, I could fall asleep like where I sit. But don't worry, I won't. I do have my matcha latte with oat milk to keep me awake. It's still very hot though. But in those last weeks, things have happened. Just a quick summary of everything that has happened in those weeks. Dishwasher broke down. Dryer, like the stuff where you put your clothes in to get them dry again, I don't know if this is the right English expression, broke down. The car of my boyfriend broke down. To repair it, he has to pay over 2,000 euros. And he can do that next week on Wednesday. So we didn't have a car, or his car, for 2 weeks. And my car broke down as well, and it can't be repaired. Cost will be too high for the car, because it's a cheap car that I bought 10 years ago. So I could repair it for it was 2,000-3,000 euros, but I guess it's worth 100. So yeah, well, we are not going to do that. So from one moment to the other, we had to wash our own dishes. This sounds so awful, but if you are used to having the machine doing this stuff for you and all of a sudden it doesn't, and you have to work more than you were used to, we had to buy this thing where we could hang our clothes so that our clothes could still dry. We weren't able, because we didn't have a car, to buy that thing for over a week until a friend helped us out. So we couldn't wash clothes anymore for over a week. Now we can, fortunately. And then the cars, oh my gosh, I had to look for a new car. It was horrible because I don't know anything about cars. To make this story quick, it has a good ending because from this day on, today is the 5th of April, I am a new car owner. Yay! But don't ask me how, because a car was over 1 hour away from where I live and I had no car to get to it. So I had to use different city, railway, train, stuffy things to get there. So yeah, it was a very long day for me and a very long 2 weeks. But let's get to Doctor Who, shall we? Because this is what keeps me awake today. I want to know what is going to happen in this episode. Oh my gosh, I am so super hyped for that. I couldn't be more hyped for it, and I hope it keeps me awake. Before we go into the minisode though, I have questions. Because I was editing last week's episode for YouTube and I went through every single scene again, and there were things that I didn't recognize, or I did recognize during the reaction, but I didn't talk about it afterwards because I kind of forgot all about it because of that ending. But first question, when did the doctors change their shoes with each other? Because there was this one scene in which Amy tries to talk like the doctor of whom she thinks it's not our doctor, the OG doctor. And he gets really angry at her, blabbles something about something that doesn't really make any sense, pushes her against the wall. And she's like, yeah, I can't trust you. See, this is why I do like the other doctor, the OG doctor, more. And also, in this very scene, she tells this doctor that she saw him dying. So, was that our doctor? Did they already change shoes? Was he the one being so aggressive towards Amy? And did he hear from her that he's about to die? Like, I don't know. But I am very concerned about that, because if this doctor was ours, things will get really bad. If he knows that he's going to die, I don't know what he does with this information. He didn't like ask her afterwards, but then again, there was no time because she started having contractions like all of a sudden. So there was no time to talk about that. But I don't know. And even Amy didn't ask the question like to herself. But then again, because she didn't have any time, I guess. Like, she didn't ask herself when she heard they were switching shoes, like, when did you do this exactly? Like, did I tell the other doctor that I saw him dying? I don't know. Okay, this is one question that I have. And the other question that I do have is, since when wasn't Amy anymore? Since when? In my head, I was going over all the episodes. And the only connection that I could kind of find, like, this is not even a connection, well, maybe a little bit, was the other episode, the Dream Lord episode, in which Amy was pregnant in this other universe. But I don't think that it has something to do with that. I don't know. But then again, this is the only time that we see her pregnant in all of Doctor Who, except of this last scene last week. So since when wasn't Amy Amy? And since when did the doctor know about that? And did she behave different? Because I didn't really see any difference. I would really love to go back to every single episode, rewatch it with this knowledge in mind to find out where did she change. Then again, she was the little girl with this thing in her room. This means something. Maybe this is still something from back then. When she because she switched universes, kinda. She went from a universe where she had no parents at all to a universe where she had parents, and she got married to Andrew. What the frick? To Rory? Where is this name coming from? I have no idea. So she kind of switched universes. And also she switched universes in this Dream Lord episode, kind of. So I'm wondering, do I have something here, or is this just all in my head and it has nothing to do with anything that's about to happen? Could also be. I don't know. We're going to find out, are we? Oh God, I can't wait for this episode. I don't want it to be over, to be honest. But we're not going to watch this one. So first of all, we are going to get into the minisode that I was told we could watch, or we have to watch right before we get into episode 7. Okay, everyone, buckle up. We're getting into Doctor Who. Also, real quick for the YouTube viewers, I will have to cut this minisode down again. I do get comments every time I post a minisode about that. Those are already on YouTube, which this one isn't, but that minisodes do not get copyright striked. And I wish it were like that. But I did get copyright strikes before for minisodes. And then I started cutting it down just a little bit, but then content was missing. And I don't know, I wasn't satisfied with just half an episode, or with a full episode of 4 minutes, but then 30 minutes are just cut out because YouTube doesn't want them. That's really weird. So I'm trying to keep the same cutting or editing pieces as in the usual episodes for YouTube. I'm very sorry, but I don't know, go tell YouTube. Why are they doing this? They also striked so many of my older episodes, which is, it's so infuriating. They even copyright strike the Christmas episode that we just saw, from last series, or from this series even, and they just stroke it. So, or striked? So I have to re-upload so many episodes by now. Starting with like the Lantern episode from series 2, 1, I don't remember. The Idiot's Lantern. And up from that point, they have like struck so many episodes. It's just, wow. Thanks, YouTube, for nothing. Okay, let's get into the minisode.
Gentlemen, good news. My agents have
Isn't
procured
this
the exact security software that you
the blue
requested.
guy?
The very latest upgrade. I extracted it from the memory of a Jadoon trooper. Well, I say extracted. It was quicker to take the whole brain. And to be honest, I don't think he's going to miss it.
What?
Small matter of payment, I think. Delightful. Oh, I do enjoy sentient money. The way it wriggles.
Ew, the sound
You'll find
is
it in the
so
frontal
awful.
lobe. Should be quite easy. There's not a lot in there.
What is this?
But all this to imprison one child. Oh, I know what you're up to. I hear everything in this place. I even hear rumors about
Amy?
whose child you've taken. Are you mad?
Or Amy's baby.
You know the stories about the Doctor? The things that man has done? God help us if you've made him angry.
Ooh, okay. Okay, I just switched to the Amazon one so that we can like start all over with the real episode. But first let's talk about this one. It was just one scene. And the blue guy, that was the same vendor that sold River the Time Lord arm wrap thingy, like vortex manipulator. That's the same guy, right? And who were those monks? I've absolutely no idea. Have we ever seen them? I guess not. He took something from someone. I didn't really get that right. Maybe there was an English expression that I didn't know. From the frontal lobe of the brain, and they had to take the whole brain to cut this one thing out to imprison a child. And we know, like, and he was talking about the Doctor being really angry about that. So it has something to do with Amy or Amy's baby. And then again, I'm thinking about the child that we've seen that was a Time Lord. And also the child in the astronaut costume. There are so many kids. Are they all the same? Like, is this all about the child that Amy, like the baby that she's about to push out of her body, and that is the child in every single, like the astronaut child, the Time Lord child, the child that's imprisoned. But it didn't seem imprisoned. It was like walking around in the universe. And then again, like Amy was kind of imprisoned. Maybe they did something to her when she was still a child. Because she was like walking around with the Doctor on her adventures. But then again, she wasn't, because in this other reality, like, for how long was she lying in there? And then again, no. The Doctor said you weren't here for a long time. He didn't say forever. So I guess it's not about Amy, it's about her child. So do we make a time jump? And the baby will already be there when we start like episode 7? Oh my gosh, so much. I could go on like this forever and ever and ever. I love talking about stuff, trying to put it together, put the puzzle pieces together, and trying to get to the bottom of it all, which I can't because I don't have all the information. Okay, so before we get into this like mid-series finale, I have to go and get someone. Ta-da! Mr. Hughes also here. He says hello. Hello, viewers. It's a finale, so he's here with me. And I guess I will need him because this story seems as if it will have a tragic ending. I don't know why I have this feeling, but I do have it. And I guess I'm not wrong about it. What will this do to me? If it's something like the last episode, like the last 10 minutes of the last episode, I'm not going to survive this for 45 minutes. I can already tell you. We have to start slow. We have to get into it very carefully. And then we have to put one foot in front of the other. And maybe in the last 10 minutes we can have the big hallelujah effect. But until that point, please, please, be kind to me. Be kind to me, Doctor Who. Okay, let's get into the episode. Yay.
Block the signal to the flesh.
What signal?
The signal to you.
Rory, I don't like this.
Stand away from her, Rory.
That was so tragic.
Hard,
Oh
however
gosh,
far,
look at her.
we will find you.
Right here. Oh, she's such a good crier.
You're ready to pop, aren't you?
I guess she is. Oh, so the baby is here. Okay.
I wish I could tell you that you'll be loved.
Melody Pond.
What you are going to be, Melody, is very, very brave.
Why?
I don't know where he is or what he's doing. Trust
Oh,
me,
he's coming.
he's on his way.
Yeah, he is. 100%. 20,000 light years later.
There's a...
Hello again, Cyberman.
Not even an army can get in the way.
Oh, wow. That looks like No Man's Sky. And there are those monks up there. Just, don't take away her baby.
13 and 14. Intruder level 15.
Wow, did you see the one Cyberman? You could see his brain.
Because this man is your father.
What? I'm sorry.
People of our world know him better.
I was like, because this man is coming for you. And I was like, yeah. Oh, she's talking about Rory.
A message from the Doctor and a question from me. Where
Okay.
is my wife?
And what's the message from the Doctor?
What is the doctor's message?
That's it? Oh my gosh, look at his face.
Would you like me to repeat the question?
What the how epic do you want to get? Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. Did you see that shot with the exploding spaceship in the background? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, my voice thing. Oh my gosh, I'm screaming. I'm so sorry, but oh. And by the way, when she said like something, what did she say? Oh my gosh. Get your thoughts together, Nicole. Amy was talking about the man who's going to be there to save them. And she was like, because it's your father. And I'm like, what the frick? The Doctor? I was choking on this oat milk. And then I saw Rory. I was like, oh yeah, he's going to save you. Well, right. Okay. He's your father. Great. That's okay. I almost died in the intro. Oh no.
A whole cyber legion, though. He just blew them all up to make a point.
We're being paid to fight.
This looks like Star Wars.
He attracts the off the planet, then called him back for a scolding.
Fight him, not praise him.
Wait, isn't that the one woman who was crying when they took Amy's baby?
She's sewing. She's on a break. She can do what she likes.
Oh,
Now, try again.
she's making something for the baby, isn't she?
Don't look bored. We're on yellow alert.
We've been on yellow alert for 3 weeks.
It's soon gonna change from yellow to red.
You're Lord of Bucket, aren't you?
Yep.
Hello, I'm the thin one. This is my husband. He's the fat one.
The thin one and the fat one.
Oh, looks like I'm off. Time for my origin tutorial. See you in a bit.
This turned into Resident Evil again. Resident Evil 4. They even sounded like them.
And this was in the Gamma Forests, yeah? Because you're a Gamma girl, aren't you? What are you doing here? The forests are heaven neutral.
Yeah.
The forest. The forests.
Oh, this is
And the river. Ding ding.
Offer individuals the conversion to our order. You have been selected.
Oh, great. Thanks for the honor. Can I give it back? No.
To make a donation.
Of what?
So,
Like,
Thank you, Parker. I won't be needing you again tonight.
river. That's river, isn't it?
Has claimed his last victim.
No.
How did you find him?
Jack the Ripper.
Stringy.
Oh. What?
Congratulations, Mom.
Mom?
It means a very old debt is to be repaid.
What? Why like, what? Like, oh my gosh. We're throwing everything in a box and I do not know where we are and how we got there and what all this means. Uh-oh. Yeah, Sun Tower?
who came up with that one?
So many TARDISes. They're like everywhere.
Someday to meet you in the glory of battle, but I shall crush the life from your worthless human form. Try and get some rest.
Okay. We're not done with the epic shots. There she is.
Oh, are you boys dressing up as Romans now?
Hi, Rory.
It's Rory. Sorry, have we met yet? Time streams, I'm not quite sure where we are.
Oh, God.
Hello, Rory.
This is...
It's my birthday. The doctor
Aw.
taught me ice skating on the River Thames in 1814, the last of the Great Frost Fairs.
Aw. Happy birthday.
We're going after her, but he needs you too.
I can't.
No, what? Why? No.
Demons run. The Doctor's darkest hour. He'll rise higher than ever before and then fall so much further.
Why not?
Because this is it.
This is it? What
This is
does...
the day he finds out who I am.
Oh. Is this the day you're killing him? The Doctor's darkest hour?
Goodbye.
My head is exploding.
I admire your courage. I should like to admire it from afar.
How do you know the location of our base?
You're with the headless monks. They're old customers of mine. Very old saying. The oldest. Demons run when a good man goes to war.
The Doctor. Oh gosh, this story feels so big. Oh. He didn't foresee that.
Why would you need me?
Well, if he's here...
I'm fat. I'm blue. You can't.
What is happening?
We're sure as hell gonna fix that.
Uh-huh. You... Well... Well, at least that's what you think. I don't think so.
I shouldn't be here. I meant to be at the thing.
Oh, did she bring the
I
present?
brought you something.
Mm.
And we believe if you keep this with you, your child will always come home to you.
Can I borrow your gun?
That's a better present.
Then you're gonna keep talking.
Okay, Amy. I mean, understandable.
He's sort of like a... I don't know.
A legend?
A dark legend.
Dark.
A dark legend.
He must be very special.
She is.
On this day, in this place, the Doctor will fall.
Stop talking.
Some of you have wondered why we have allied ourselves with the Headless Monks.
Yeah, I do wonder.
Perhaps you should have wondered why we call them headless.
I wondered that too.
It is a level 1 heresy, punishable by death, to lower the hood of a headless monk.
Mm-hmm.
On this one and only occasion, I can show you the truth.
Okay. And now I'm curious.
Persuade it. Never, ever be.
The Doctor. I knew it! I knew it!
Hello, everyone. Guess who? Please, point a gun at me if it helps you relax.
I guess they all need some relaxing, do they?
Go on. Resist. I am ever so hungry.
3 minutes, 40 seconds. Amelia Pond! Get your coat!
Could he be any more epic? I think that was a bad idea.
I don't know why you put up with me.
That was impressing.
All of you, discharge your weapons.
That looks so cool.
We are not fools.
Well, actually,
We are not fools.
I think there's at least one fool.
We are not fools. We're not fools.
There is at least one fool amongst you who's going to shoot again. You have absolutely no chance to win this war.
Give him hell, daddy boy!
I need to get off this station now. Bring me the child.
Oh no, the child. Oh, she's so happy. She knew it all along.
I'll take my ship from here.
Oh, she knows.
Engaged. Shuttle ready for boarding.
No.
Who's that? Rory?
How do you expect to gain control of my ship?
Ship is up.
The pirates! Of course! Just stop already. This is so nuts. Ah.
3 minutes, 42 seconds. Colonel Manton,
You will give me...
This is nuts.
They've found the house of Colonel Runaway, and when people come to you, and ask if trying to get to me through the people I love is in any way a good idea. Your name. Oh, look, I'm angry. That's new.
New? It's not really new. Oh my god.
Good men don't need rules. Today is not the day to find out why I have so many.
Give the order.
What order?
Give the order, Colonel. Run away.
Colonel, run away!
I am armed and really dangerous and...
What is that even?
Like I don't know that.
Oh!
Is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me.
Open the door already!
No, hang on a minute.
Oh, okay, it's closed.
Took her. Or they took our baby away.
Yeah, they did.
Now, Mrs. Williams, that is never, ever gonna happen.
Oh my gosh, this is... Oh, but it's still too early for a happy ending. This is not it. But I'll seize the moment.
Maybe she's fine, I checked. She's beautiful.
Yes, she is.
Oh god, I was gonna be cool. I wanted to be cool. Look at me.
Mirror you.
Oh.
Kissing and crying. Oh.
Uncle Doctor.
Hello. Hello, baby.
Melody.
Baby.
It's okay, she's still all yours. And really, you should call her Mummy, not Big Milk Thing.
What?
I speak everything. Don't I, Melody Pond?
Nah, he doesn't, does he?
And you have
Please.
never risen higher.
Oh, the higher you rise, the lower you can fall.
She doesn't like the TARDIS noise. I asked him to turn something off, but it was all... But I don't want to punch a hole in the space-time continuum. I just changed her. I think she might need a feed.
A feed? Of course. I'll take care of everything.
What?
I have gene spliced myself for all nursing duties. I can produce magnificent quantities of lactic fluid.
Or what?
Tired.
Oh, look at the little bit. Oh,
This?
that's so cute.
It's a cot.
No flies on Roman.
It's a real universe.
Do you have children?
No.
Well,
Have you ever had children?
yeah.
No, it's real. It's my hair.
Mm-hmm.
Centurion, permission to hug?
Be aware, I do have a sword.
But it's interesting that they're mentioning his daughter. Because she's still out there.
Yeah, they're very clever.
Who are?
Whoever wants our baby.
Why do they want her?
Exactly.
Is there anything you're not telling us?
Where do we even start? What?
What is?
Cot. It's my cot.
Oh.
I slept in there.
Really?
It's Doctor's first stars.
It's really cute.
I believe I sold it to them.
Oh, so what have we learned?
That anger is always the shortest distance to a mistake. Now, I have a question, a simple one. Is Melody human?
Sorry, what?
That's what I want to know.
Human plus. Specifically, human plus a Time Lord.
I knew it.
Well, how else do you meet a great warrior?
He's not a warrior.
Then why is he called the Doctor?
What does a doctor have to do with a warrior?
You've told me about your people. They became what they did through prolonged exposure to the time vortex.
Oh.
So how close is she? Could she even regenerate?
No, no.
When? I am trying to be delicate. I know how you can blush. Could the child have begun on the TARDIS in flight in the vortex?
No, no, impossible. He wasn't even there at the beginning. Then he was dead. Then he didn't exist. Then he was plastic. Then I had to reboot the whole universe. Long story. In this version of reality was on their...
On their what?
What?
On their wedding night.
Right. Right.
They don't register as life forms.
Uh-oh. Look behind you.
A weapon?
Why would a Time Lord be a weapon?
Well, they've seen you.
Yeah.
Too easy. We should get back to the others.
Oh God, he's just realizing.
Like, she forced her way out. She must be incredibly strong.
I see you accessed our files. Hope. Hope in this endless, bitter war.
Hope for what?
Against who?
Yeah.
Against you, Doctor.
I can't believe this.
What's that?
Yeah. What is happening? Oh gosh. Something else? Oh.
Force field.
Does it work on everyone? Like even on Amy and Rory?
There's
Can't they enter the
doors.
TARDIS anymore?
Locking.
That is not a good sign.
Apparently we're not leaving.
Is that the monk?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's the attack prayer. Quick, come with me.
The attack prayer, they do have different prayers for different stuff.
Sight on all approaches.
Those swords, I want
No offense to the others, but
I want a sword like that. They look really cool.
Centurion, you're needed.
Don't separate, please.
Get back here.
Arm yourself, fool!
Dorian!
What was that?
Dorian?
They didn't just kill him, did they?
The child. At all costs. Protect the child.
Oh God, Rory. I don't want to see you headless.
Oh, give us time. She can be. She will be.
Is this why she killed the doctor at the picnic?
But fooling you twice, the same way, it's a privilege.
Oh my God. No, please, no, Rory. I swear, if you die...
demons run when a good man goes to war.
Stop with the off voice.
Night will fall and the dark will rise when a good man goes to war. Demons run, but count the cost. The battle's won, but the child is lost.
No. Pay attention, Rory. Pay attention.
Amy. We know.
No.
Dying in combat. I'm not enjoying it as much as I'd hoped.
You thought you were enjoying it?
I'm a nurse.
Oh God.
So they took her anyway. All this was for nothing.
You can still get her back.
Sorry.
Amy.
I know.
Hey.
She's still alive.
You don't remember me.
Hey, of course I remember. I remember everyone. You and me. Didn't we run, Lorna?
Oh. So many victims.
Who was she?
I don't know, but she was very brave.
Who was brave?
So, what? Taking her to Earth? Raise her in the correct environment?
Yes, they did, and it's already too late.
This is all so sad.
How goes the day?
Hi.
Where the hell have you been? Every time you've asked, I have been there. Where the hell were you today? You could have tried.
And so, my love, could you?
How?
I know you're not all right. But hold tight, Amy, because you're going to be.
This wasn't me?
This was exactly you. All this. Sailing off to see the universe. Did you ever think you'd become this? The man who can turn an army around at the mention of his name. Doctor, the word for healer and wise man throughout the universe. But if you carry on the way you are, what might that word come to mean? The Gamma Forests, the word doctor means mighty warrior. Just to bring you down. And all this, my love, in fear of you.
The screen is freezing right now.
Who are you?
Oh, look, your cot. I am telling you. Can't you read?
What? What does it mean? What?
But that means...
I'm afraid it does.
But you and I, we
Yes.
Could somebody please fill me in? What just happened between them?
What did you tell him?
Yeah.
Amy, you have to stay calm.
No, you have to explain.
But this will. Except they don't have a word for pond. Because the only water in the forest is the river. And I know that. It's me. I'm Melody. I'm your daughter.
What? 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 How? Okay. 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 Um, um, I need to say something, do I? What a great review. 10 minutes of me being like, what? What? Why? How? Huh? Okay, so apparently River is Melody and Amy's daughter. Wow. Okay, so the first thought that comes to my mind is this is really the first thought. What's wrong with my brain? But the first thought is ew. Because River has kissed the Doctor several times. And Amy was into the Doctor and wanted to kiss him as well. So mother and daughter. And okay, interesting. I mean, no one knew, right? Like maybe River did. So this is also why River helped Amy. When Amy was at her wedding, River was the one bringing her the book so that she could remember the TARDIS. Wow, this is news that I didn't expect like at all. And I feel like as if I had to go through all the episodes again from the point, like from episode 1, series 5. From the very start. And also, did we see... Yeah, we did. Wait a minute, hold your horses. We saw River with the David Doctor, and Amy didn't exist yet, like in the Who universe. So River was there even before. Wow. She was there before her mom was in the show. like David was there with Donna back then. And River ended up in this virtual space library thing in the end. I suppose that's her ending. I don't know. Because if I understood correctly, not only are like the Doctor and her traveling in different directions, but we do as well. Like with River, the first time we meet her in the libraries, like her last time, we will see her. And every time you see her again, it's... In our timeline, it's straightforward, but for her, it's backwards. Like for us, as well as for the Doctor, right? I feel my head, I feel like my head is about to explode. This show, every time I think they can't make it bigger, it's impossible because we've seen so much. The show keeps on giving and giving and giving and giving. And now we do have like stories that like start in an early series where the character that we see just mean nothing to us. And then like 2 series later, we get their story. So this was like River meant when she said, this is the day he's going to find out who I am, because she already knew that she will tell him. Wow, okay. So we can be sure she'll survive. Also, but how did that work? I mean, I am very sure I'm messing up timelines here in stories because everything is very complicated and we do not have all the answers yet. But we've seen the backflash to the story with the astronaut girl and where she escaped from the astronaut costume because she was so strong. But when they looked at that costume, there were the Doctor and Amy. There were the Doctor and River. So did River know? Like, was that River as well, the little girl? And she was in this one timeline at the same time being a little girl and a woman? Or was that woman... Wait, in the end of that one episode, the little girl turned because she was about to die. So did she turn into the River that we know now? And why did she change her name from Melody to River? For what reason? So many questions again. Wow. Okay, I have to collect my thoughts because they're all over the place at the moment. But the first thing that I do want to talk about that I noticed while watching the episode, and I was like really hoping that I wouldn't forget until the episode ended, and I didn't, so yay me, is the fact that if you remember the series 5 finale, the Pandorica finale, all the aliens, let's call them aliens, all the different species united in order to do this one thing, in order to put the Doctor into the Pandorica, because he was the one they were afraid of. They united against him. And just 7 episodes later, they united to help him out. That's very interesting to me, to be honest. I mean, I know stuff has happened and has changed opinions and that, but yeah, it's really interesting how this show can change so quickly. From everyone's against the Doctor to everyone's with the Doctor and helping him out. At least the species that we have seen on the spaceship now. But there were many of them. So yeah, that was the first thing that I noticed watching the episode. Also, next thing coming to my mind, the daughter of Amy was imprisoned by them, by the evil people, to make her a weapon against the Doctor. And River, up until this point, hasn't ever been a weapon against the Doctor. Quite the opposite. She was always helping the Doctor. So does this mean that because of the influence of the Doctor, because of whatever he's going to do in the next second half of the series, that he's going to save her and get her out of her imprisonment, that she is not going to turn against him? Or was that all a plan from the very start? And she already knows she will kill him one day. But then again, she killed him as a little child already. But the Doctor was older than the one we've seen now. How does this go together? I've read a comment. If I remember correctly, it was a YouTube comment that said something about this series to be very wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. And that I should remember this saying when I watched the series, and oh my gosh, I couldn't agree more with that. Because this is all... I mean, who thinks of something like that? Who thinks in so many layers? I could write the story of a character that does something now, then it has consequences, and then there's a happy ending. Something along those lines. Like going forward in time. But having a story with 50 layers and balancing them and getting to one point in time where all of those stories come together into one final big ending, and I suppose it's going to be the series 6 finale. I don't know. How do you write something like that? Do you dream of something like that? I don't know. I have so many thoughts at the moment. First of all, I'm very happy no one died. Like, no one isn't right, but no one like really important, excuse me. By the way, this one's on Taran talking about how he's about to die and that he thought it would be, what did he say exactly? He would be more happy about it or more proud about it or something like that. He had some positive connections to him dying on a battlefield. I was like, yeah, well, I have never heard that before. But then again, they didn't come true, and in the end, he wasn't very happy about it. And we've also lost that one girl that was helping us, and that was a really kind scene, or that was a really touching scene when the doctor was talking to her. She was like, yeah, I met you one time before. Do you remember? And he was like, yeah, I remember. And then he talks about the running thing that she mentioned before. But the moment she dies, the doctor turns around. He's like, who's that? Who's her? So he didn't know who she was, but he said that to make her go in peace. And he achieved that goal. It was very touchy, to be honest. Also, I am so happy that Rory's still alive, because there was one moment when they were in the middle of the fight and then the baby dissolved into nothingness. Rory, when Amy screamed, Rory was turning around just listening to Amy's scream. I was really afraid. I already saw a sword coming from either the left or the right side of the screen, like cutting off his head, because he's like not paying attention to the fight anymore. But luckily that didn't happen. All in all, I loved this episode. I love it when Doctor Who does that, and it does it all the time. It does it so well, bringing all those different stories back, all those different characters back, putting things together, but at the same time raising new questions. It's just something that Doctor Who does so well. Like no other show that I know as of today. I've never seen a show like that. Never. And it's a very complicated show, because I was told that The Wire is supposed to be a very complicated show, but no one ever has mentioned that Doctor Who is a very complicated show as well. Because of all those timelines and all those stories that when you first watch them, they're just stories, but then later on you find out that they belong to a bigger something. I am speechless of how talented those people are writing those stories, and also the camera work was so well done. Those swords looked beautiful. The shots of the Doctor, the one shot where he turned around his face, the one shot where he was walking towards, why do I always want to say Rory, towards River, when he was like, who are you? The anger in his face. It was so well done. I loved everything about it. It's just, wow, it's just a great episode. A really great episode. Okay, you guys. Maybe I have forgotten to talk about something, but so much has happened. If there is something that I find while editing and I didn't mention it here, or I interpret it the wrong way, I will talk about it in the opening of the next episode. And maybe you can tell me in the comments if it's not too spoilery. Please just write about this episode or past episodes. It's very important in a story like this to pay attention to your words while writing a comment, because one wrong word can lead me in a direction where I don't want to go yet. I don't want to know what is about to happen, because the show keeps on surprising me every single time, and I don't want to read one comment that takes this all away from me. So if you want to add anything, if I have forgotten anything, if you want to clarify anything, just tell me in the comments down below. I will read them. I can't reply to every single one of them, but I will read all of them. And if you want to watch uncut episodes, if you have your own copy of the show, you can go over to my Patreon and you can watch them for yourself if you like. Now we will have to wait for half a year until I continue with the next part of the show. No, I'm sorry. I won't do that. It's just April Fool's, even if it's the 5th of April, but yeah. Yeah, we will continue next week with everything. I will see each and every single one of you out there next week with the next episode, and I can't wait to get into it. Until then, have a nice day. Oh no! I forgot the IMDb rating. Oh my gosh, my brain. Where is my brain? We're back with this aside. I'm gonna leave it a little smaller for now, so that you can see the background of the site. It got updated, and it's not only a little bit bigger now so that you can read it well, but there is also a picture of the exploding TARDIS in the background in the style of Van Gogh, brought to you by a patron using AI. Ta-da! It looks so cool. I love it. I love this picture. Okay. Let's get into the rating. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger for you to see. So we're going to choose Doctor Who, Series 6, Episode number 7. So this is the security tag that I'm sure I am looking at the right rating for the right episode. But before we push this button, let's think about how we rate this episode. And I can tell you, we're gonna rate it very high because I really liked it. It wasn't as good as the last finale, but it's a mid-series finale, so it's not a finale. But I'm going to rate it 9 point. This is the least that I can do. 9.2. Because, yeah, we will have to leave a little room for the finale. So 9.2 is my rating. Let's see what IMDb says. 9.0. Okay, that's almost the same rating. Let's see the image. Haha, there he is. Rory Anderson Taran. That's a cool picture. Thank you again so much for the person, you know who you are, who made this site for me. And yeah, that's it. That's the episode. I will see each and every single one of you out there next week for the next episode of Doctor Who. Until then, have a nice day. Bye!